This monitor is definitely a good value. Does it have superb color and contrast? No. Does it boast the best refresh rate on the market? No. But if you're tight on money, this thing looks and performs great for the money. It has a matte screen which does a great job at eliminating glare. The chassis it's enclosed within is absolutely stunning. It features a VGA and an HDMI port. The screen automatically detects signals and turns them on when a source is turned on. When the selected source turns off, it quickly scans and switches to any other sources. If no connections are available, it goes into standby automatically. The power cord is a good 6 or more feet and easy to wrap, with half of it being very thin wire. The on LED is not distracting or too bright. When it's off, it looks like a borderless monitor. And unlike what other people say, it does have tilt, just not forward or left to right. It stands up straight or leans back. Unfortunately, it doesn't have VESA mount holes, but under 100 you can't be that serious about your monitor setup. The small text has some problems fully rendering when using VGA, so I recommend using HDMI. If you use the Windows 10 settings to configure how text is displayed through, it fixes this, but not all will know how to do that. It doesn't have a speaker, and I am thankful that most monitors don't. This monitor has a lot of settings for gaming, night use, color adjustments, and general settings, and all can be saved into 3 different gaming profiles. You can even change what settings appear in the quick menu. When you press any of the menu buttons, the menu pops up and clearly illustrates all the buttons. This monitor's menus are super easy to understand and navigate, and that's a rarity on its own. Also worth noting, it can display crosshairs and display the monitor's current refresh rate. It also packs FreeSync for AMD graphics card users. If you only have DVI, you can get DVI to HDMI cords as long as your computer's video out supports it. The base and monitor couple together with one screw that features a hand flap, so you don't need a screwdriver if you don't want to use one. It is decently sturdy and the screen doesn't distort even when pressed on with strong pressure. The base is quite large, but won't as a problem for most. I haven't noticed any screen delay compared to my $300 1 millisecond response time monitor, and I'm pretty picky. Its contrast is a little flat in some scenarios but appears much more dynamic in games, especially with some tweaking. With that said, I like that it looks flat when working on documents because it makes it much easier to focus. All in all, this monitor is filled with a good balance of features and looks like a very solid 1080p 75Hz IPS screen for any monitor under $160, let alone the $80 I paid. If you don't absolutely need a better refresh rate and aren't planning on spending more than $200, then I would say just buy this monitor. It's durable, feature-packed, and looks fantastic in all use case scenarios. I'd give it 1,000 stars if I could. I've seen many other reviews saying this monitor does not tilt, but it in fact does. I'm guessing people didn't take a close enough look at the hinge mechanism in the base, which attaches to the main display and allows for the backward tilt of approximately 15 degrees. The monitor is very light, thin, has small bezels, and produces reasonably good colors. It doesn't have a VESA mount, but I knew that before purchasing it and wasn't planning to mount it. For $89, it is a great value. Aside from my computer and PS4, this is probably one of the best things I've ever purchased. I use it every single day without error and everything always looks amazing. I'm a broke college kid and really needed something sufficient for PS4, homework, movies, everything really. I was torn between this and the HP Pavilion and I have no regrets about picking this one. The screen is definitely big enough, perfect for having multiple pages open for homework, and is insanely vibrant and good quality for the price. I have absolutely no complaints, and even with a horrible $2 Thunderbolt to HDMI cable for my Mac, it still looks absolutely amazing. I bought 2 of these and enjoy them quite a bit. A few reviews complain about ghosting, which I experienced until I realized in the default settings on the monitors had overdrive, or OD, on. As long as you disable this feature, you will no longer have ghosting trouble. Hope this helps anyone who bought these and was disappointed. I saw nothing online about fixing this issue other than figuring it out myself by chance. The colors are so vibrant and bright. Darks are good and brights are rich. I work in the IT field and I've seen and used a lot of monitors. This is by far the best I've used to date. I've only used VGA and it's already better than using HDMI on most of the monitors. I can only imagine what it would be after using an HDMI cable. It's a steal for the price I got. This monitor really knocked my socks off. I was expecting just another monitor, like my old one. I needed a new one for my wife, so I grabbed this. It isn't kidding when they say it is thin. It's very lightweight, which doesn't matter to me much. The color quality is top-notch and the response is perfect, with no blurriness or anything. But what surprised me is that I will sometimes watch videos on it, and when I do, I will move to a living room chair I have in the corner to watch it, which sits lower. With my old monitor, that would make the video much darker and I would have to adjust it so that the monitor was facing almost directly at me to get a good image. With this one, I sat down and the image was just fine without even turning it or angling it down or anything. It didn't get darker, with very minimal glare on it. The black is nice and black like it should be, with some nice options in the monitor settings to adjust the blackness. It has a ton of settings for the monitor. The refresh rate of 75 is nice. I'm a casual gamer and it is perfect for that. The colors in my game really looked nice. I can't say enough about this. I was finally pleasantly surprised, as opposed to so much I have purchased that didn't work. Well worth the money by far.
Hope you enjoyed the video. You guys can initiate a discussion in the comment box, if you have any different opinions about the contents in this video. Be the first to start the debate in the box below. Purchase links related to the products in this video are kept in description. We will be grateful if you could please make your next purchase from that link, as this will help us to grow our channel. Good morning, good evening and good night, whichever part of the world you are from. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected. I will assure you to make quality and interesting videos in future. This is Jason Peter, signing off.